Opening section. Some choices feel like victories in the heat of the moment, bold, decisive, untouchable. But what happens when those same decisions turn into shadows that creep back, unraveling everything you thought you'd secured? As this jaw-dropping tale unfolds, you'll see arrogance crumble into regret in ways no one saw coming. Before we dive in, let us know in the comments where you're tuning in from. We're curious to hear. For 3 years, Aisha Brooks had poured her soul into Carver Enterprises. 3 years of late nights, flawless project deliveries, and stepping up when others coasted. She'd sacrificed weekends, sleep, and personal time, all to keep the company's gears turning smoothly. But none of it mattered not to Victor Carver. He didn't see her dedication, her meticulous work, or the countless hours she'd given. What he saw was a black woman in a role he didn't think she belonged in, a presence that grated against his carefully curated world. The meeting room was eerily still, the kind of quiet that pressed against your chest. Aisha sat across from Victor, her hands folded in her lap, her stomach twisting into knots. She'd been summoned without a reason, and while she wasn't nervous, she knew her record was spotless. Something about Victor's smug expression set her on edge. He leaned back in his chair, arms crossed, looking like a man savoring a moment he'd been waiting for. "Aisha," he started, his tone clipped, "I'll keep this short. We're letting you go." The words hit like a slap, sharp and sudden. Aisha blinked. "Excuse me?" Victor sighed, a theatrical little huff, shaking his head as if she'd let him down. "It's just not working out. You're not the right fit here." Her chest tightened, a slow burn creeping up her spine. "Not the right fit?" Her voice stayed steady, even as her pulse kicked into overdrive. "Victor, I've been here 3 years. My reviews are outstanding. He cut her off, adjusting his tie with a flick of his wrist. "It's a business decision. Let's not drag this out." Drag this out? Heat surged through her, but she clamped it down. She'd seen this coming as sidelong glances, the way her ideas were snatched up and credited to someone else, usually someone white, the way Victor steamrolled her in meetings, ignored her emails, dismissed her work like it was nothing. And now this. "I see," she said, her voice cool, masking the fury simmering beneath. "Is there a reason?" "Because the handbook says terminations need cause, unless I've missed something." Victor's smile wasn't warm, it was a predator's grin, daring her to push back. "Things change," he said, tapping his fingers on the table. "We're heading in a new direction." She could read it all over him, wanted her to snap, to give him the outburst he could twist into proof she was difficult, the stereotype he'd already pinned on her. Aisha exhaled slowly, glancing at the HR rep, Tim, who sat rigid in the corner, staring at his notepad like it held the secrets of the universe. "Coward." She stood, smoothing her skirt. "I'll clear out by the end of the hour." Victor smirked, clearly expecting a fight. When it didn't come, he just nodded. "Good." Aisha turned and walked out, chin up, dignity intact, but inside, she was a furnace of rage. As she packed her office, whispers trailed her. Not everyone at Carver Enterprises was a Victor. Some colleagues were solid, even allies, but others averted their eyes, relieved it wasn't their neck on the block. Her closest work friend, Emily, lingered by her desk, fidgeting. "Aisha, I don't get it. What happened?" Aisha gave her a tight smile. "Guess I didn't fit." Emily's face darkened. "That's nonsense. You outwork half this place." "Victor," she dropped her voice, "he's a bigot. Everyone knows it." Aisha let out a dry laugh despite the sting. "And yet no one calls it out." Emily winced, guilt flashing in her eyes, but she didn't argue. "Don't worry," Aisha said, zipping her bag shut. "I'll land on my feet." Emily hesitated, then pulled her into a quick hug. "They don't deserve you." Aisha appreciated it, but comfort wasn't what she craved. She wanted reckoning. As she made her final walk through the office, a hush followed. Eyes darted away. Victor's door was ajar, and through the crack, she saw him lounging, scrolling his phone, unbothered. She could have stormed in, laid into him in front of everyone, but she didn't. She didn't need to. Karma had a way of settling scores, and Victor Carver was about to find out just how sharp its teeth could be. Victor Carver leaned back in his plush leather chair, a smug satisfaction settling over him. Aisha Brooks was gone, a thorn finally yanked from his side. For months, he'd itched to ditch her. She was too bold, too smart, too unwilling to kiss the ring. She made him look small just by doing her job well, and he hated it. Now the office felt right again, back under his thumb, or so he thought. His phone buzzed, an unknown number flashing. He frowned, debating whether to let it ring, but curiosity won. Carver speaking, he said, voice smooth. A pause, then a voice he recognized, but hadn't expected. Not today. Victor, we need to talk. His breath hitched for a split second before he forced a casual tone, standing to adjust his cuffs. Hey, good to hear from you. What's up? The voice stayed icy. I just spoke with Aisha Brooks. Victor's stomach gave a slight lurch, but he kept his cool. Is that right? He chuckled, leaning in in nonchalance. Yeah, I let her go today. We're shaking things up, moving in a fresh direction. Silence stretched, thick and heavy. Then the voice spoke again, low and deliberate. Do you have any clue what you just done? Victor's brow creased. I made a call. It's my company, you just fired the wrong person, Victor. The words landed like a punch, and something in the tone cold edge made his grip on the phone tighten. He stepped to his office door and shut it. I don't follow, he said, forcing a laugh. She was a project manager. Replaceable. A soft chuckle came through the line, but it wasn't friendly. It was the kind that made your skin crawl. Aisha Brooks is my niece. Victor's breath caught, the words slamming into him like a freight train. Niece? No, not him. He swallowed, throat dry. I'm not done, the voice cut in. And let me be clear, Victor, I don't take kindly to people messing with my family. Victor's mind raced connections, influence, power, all of it stacking against him. Of all the people to cross, look, he said, keeping his voice steady. I didn't know she was your niece. It wasn't personal, just business. A scoff. Don't lie to me. We both know that's garbage. Aisha's one of the sharpest minds out there. And unlike you, I actually notice who's keeping things running. You think I don't see what's been going on in your little kingdom? Victor pressed a hand to his forehead, scrambling. I had no idea she was related to you. Oh, I know. The voice said, tight with fury. Because if you did, you wouldn't have been this reckless. But it's too late for that now. Victor sank into his chair, a rare chill creeping up his spine. You're overreacting, he said, though his confidence wavered. No, the voice shot back. You screwed up, and you're going to pay for it. The line went dead. Victor stared at his phone, gripping it like it might bite. His pulse hammered. This was bad, really bad. He stood, pacing, mind in overdrive. Damage control. He could fix T. She always did. First, he needed to know how deep this guy's reach went. He flipped open his laptop, digging into names, ties, leverage. It was worse than he'd feared. His stomach sank. If he'd known. A knock jolted him. His assistant, Claire, peeked in, hesitant. Sir, there's a problem. He straightened his tie, forcing calm. What problem? She faltered. You should check your email. Frowning, he clicked his inbox. The subject line hit like a gut punch. Victor Carver's discriminatory practices, a statement from Aisha Brooks. It wasn't just internal, it was public, spreading like wildfire. Every exec, client, and partner had it. She'd laid it bare. The bias, the toxic culture, the proof mails, records, everything. Victor's fists clenched. This was war, and he wasn't the one calling the shots anymore.